Oh my god, I forgot to switch on my microphone. That is so stupid. I've been talking for this past, what is it, 5-6 minutes about the championship and everything. I was saying, yeah, Toto predicting us some rain, and Brazil has provided us some rain. As Kid is the first one to set a time. Luckily someone mentioned, otherwise I would have gone the whole qualifying without, or the whole race without comms. That would have been very annoying from my side, and for you of course. But as I was saying, T-Brand second in the championship isn't here, but Max is. Max could still get the second place in the championship. Sinful also close to the top 3, but he will need to win this race to jump up into the top 3. I still have a bit of pain in my throat, as what I also said from the illness from last week, but unfortunately I won't be available for the last race because I will do have a birthday party from someone I know on Saturday. So that's unfortunate, but I think the championship might have been decided already before that. We will have to see, as Aston Martin can clinch the Constructors' title tonight. They are 57 points ahead and they need to be 44 points ahead coming into the final round to clinch the title, as Ferrari and Alpine are in the challenge, as Ja is crossing the track. Let's see. I think it's a McLaren, the next one, or it's a reigning champion and Wayne. Close to the line. .1088, and that is the quickest lap as Bakush moves up into P2, the McLaren, and it's the one of the Red Bulls. It's Ja, but he's spun. Then it's an Alfa Romeo of Herkes. Alpine also in the fight with Aston Martin, and Herkes moves up to that provisional pole position. Slippery Cow then jumps up to P3, only just behind. He had some strong pace in Saudi Arabia the last time I was there. Well, Cookie is around, and that has invalidated. Bakush not improving. Oh, he's even spinning a bit. Behind his teammate, is Ja going for it? I think so. No, it seems to be going slow. Apart from that, everyone is on an outlap. Well, it seems like Skid is going for it, but he's been going for it for 3 laps now on these tires. We follow Joe Lancer, the other Ferrari driver. Ferrari in the... We're trying to get close to Aston Martin, but he invalidates already. And now we follow Rails. Rails, Taravillo. Call him Rails. As Alpine are in the charge. Still for that Constructors' title. Three-way fight. Ooh, bit of a going wide, and that's unfortunately a moment, and he is done in this qualifying lap. Ja was going slow. Cookie is, I think, on an outlap, or is going slower. He hasn't put on his ERS. To 13.6, and that is P7 for him. And Joe Lancer started his lap again, so we will follow him. It's an Alpine ahead. It's Rils, I think, starting his lap. He's going purple again, but he's used almost all of his ERS. so I don't think he will have enough for this lap. Taking a bit of a shorter line, what is Joe Lancer doing? He invalidated again, so we follow rails. 51.9. And Mem is also on the lap. We follow him then. Let's see what can rails do. ERS is drained, but to the line is 1088. And what could he have done if his ERS was full? But it's an Alpine and P1 and P3, and that's what they need in the fight for the constructors. They are 62 points behind. Need to outscore Aston Martin by 18 points tonight. Will they still take it to the final round? It's purple for Mebe, as we've seen before. He is mighty quick. In the Mercedes. To the line. It is a 1087, just behind Herkes then. What is RS? Is he starting his lap or is he going for it? We will have to see. It is a 10.4. 110.4 moves him up into P8. Sinful will just start his lap, I think, or invalidate. Let's see, Herkes is also on the lap, so we follow Herkes then. With Cookie is also improving. Quickly switch to Cookie. Cookie to the line. Improvement, but not by a position. We switch back to Herkes. 10th up in the middle sector to the line. It is a 108.4. 1.5 tenths improved. Let's see, Sinful. No, he's going slow. Leading like Fraser Tunnels on an out lap. And it's Wayne on an out lap. It's Skip. He's just starting his lap. RS is on an improvement. And he jumps up to P6, 109.8. Almost a second behind Slivery Cow though. And he is on improvement, Slivery Cow. Yeah, it's 3 seconds quicker. And he could get into the 108s. To the line, it's a 109.2 and that moves him up to P6. And then it should be Ferrari of Slivery Cow. He's got into the pits. Skid is going slow. Baco shot you then. Oh, he invalidates. And Max is on his first out lap. Let's switch to Wayne. The next one on the lap. Can he jump to the front row? Our reigning champion. Double champion now. Purple sector 2. Will it be enough for pole position with 5 minutes to go? Yes! A 108.4 again, but it is quicker than Herkes, and Wayne moves up to pole position. Joe Lancer then, with his first lap of this session, moves him up to P6, just behind his teammate, almost equal on his time. Baco Shotje. Going into the pit lane is Max then. No, a 3 in the championship. Max moves up to P7, a 19 point or 109.0, just behind the Ferraris. Skid is on a 6/10 improvement. He needs to help his teammate in the Aston Martin, and he moves up to P9, 109.7, quite an improvement. Fragile Tunnel spun and invalidated, unfortunately. Let's see, yeah, is he on the lap? No, he is not. Cookie is not on the lap. He's done 6 laps on these tires. I'm not sure what he is doing. He's doing a bit of practice here. Let's see, Skid is not going for it again, surely. Or he is. But no improvement. Mebeden, oh no, that's sinful. He's just starting his lap, but he looks like he's the only one on the lap so far, so we follow him. Let's see what his middle sector time will be. 52.8, and it's purple. I raced against Sinful on Thursday. He finished 7th, I finished 6th. So he is close on pace with me. Let's see what his pace is tonight. It's a 109.9, moves him up to P11. Then we got Skid. No improvement from him. Baco Shortje. The next one. He is pushing. McLaren's currently down in P12 and P13. Oh, missing the apex there. A bit of a moment from Baco Shortje. I don't think that is a big improvement coming for him. Yellow flag in sector 1, 2 and 3. No improvement for Baco Shortje because of that moment. Ares is not going to improve. It's 1 minute left. This will be the final laps then. Yeah, will be starting his lap. I think everyone else will be starting their laps. So Wayne will be the first one of the leaders. It's a yellow flag for someone. Might be a Mercedes. I need to see who is the first one. I think it's Baco Shortje. And he's up 3/10. So improvement again. This time he takes the last corner a bit better. Baco Shortje to the line, and I think this will be his final lap. Where does he jump up to? P9. Let's see, RS behind. Oh, he spun and he's standing still on track. Then it's a Red Bull, yeah. He invalidated and won't improve. Joe Lancer is on an improvement. 3/10 up. Flag is out. Joe moves up to P3. And let's see, Fragile Tunnel moves up to P13. Wayne is going into the pit lane. And the McLaren of Cookie finished, but can Hercules take it away? No, he won't improve. Then we got Skid. And Skid stays in P11. Sinvo is going in. Let's see, where's Max? Max is improving. Will be a position. Max jumps up to P6, but here comes Cow. He invalidated, so he won't improve. Rails then. 3 tenths up. Can he take away the pole position from the Aston Martin? He can. Rails jump up to P1, but here comes Mebbe. And Mebbe is up 9 tenths. And Mebbe takes away the pole position again. And Mebbe taking another pole position as Bakashochi is finished. So Mebbe in the final lap. 107.5, and that's an 8 tenths improvement on the very close field behind, but it is Rails in P2. Seemed to have had the pole position in his pocket, but got taken away at the very last moment. Wayne in P3, Hercules is in P4, is Joe Lenz in P5, Max is in P6, Slippery Cow in P7, Ja in P8, Bakoshochi P9, Sinful P10, Skid for Aston Martin in P11, outside of, no, it's still in the points I think, because they got top 13, so I need to check correctly before I say something, which means that my point system is also not working. I need to have a, yeah, so you can get 46 points gap is what you need, but Aston Martin will have to see if they can get the title tonight. RS is in P12 in the Alfa Romeo Fragile Tunnel, and Haas in P13 and Cookie down in P14. That is your qualifying session. So we're waiting for everyone to start the race. Waiting for everyone to ready up then. And we did have some rain, is what I heard from Sinful, or Toto I should say. So I'm wondering when the rain will come, as it looks like it's dry right now. It does take a long time to ready up, as you look. Like, we can have a look at the pits, and it seems like all these guys are standing inside of each other, which is quite weird, from Mercedes and Red Bull and Ferrari. And we have a lot of marshals. Oh, no formation lap is what I forgot. Here we go, 5 lights. And they are off. in Brazil. Need to quickly put this on. There we go. Mebbe still around the outside on the hards into turn 1. But Rails take it. Joe Lancer taking it now. Oh, Mebbe and Joe collided. And they are around. And it's a Mebbe lost the pole position down to P13. It's now Rails in P1. It's Wayne in P3, 2. And Herkes in P3. Cow, let's see the fighting behind. Baukastad up to P6. And that is a good start. But it's a good position for Alpine. It's Skid and Sinful side by side. Skid dropping down to P10. Oh, Cookie is around. And he spins and ends up there. Watch out for it. Joining on track with Joe and Mebbe crashed or collided in lap 1. The guys in P2 and P3. Or P3 and P4. They are around. So Rails leading the way, Herkes right behind them, and they are almost scoring maximum points for Alpine. But Aston Martin is still there with Wayne in P2. Fighting behind, oh, and RS is round. And losing another position, Mebbe already up to P11 again. And in the points, Skid moving up to P9, Sinful up to P8. But let's focus on the fight in front between the Alpines. Wayne is putting pressure on Rails here. And I think if Wayne does win, Mebbe has already moved up to P10, past Fragile Tunnel here, and is on the back of Skid. If Wayne does win, there's no way for Alpine, I think, to gain back the gap they currently have. Herkes with the fastest lap, but right now I think, if I have the correct system going on, Alpine would be getting 44 points, Aston Martin would be getting 25, so they would be gaining 19 Alpine, and they're 62 behind. I don't think it's just about enough, I think, to still win the fight. Now Skid dropping down to P10, so that's even a better chance for Alpine. Cookie is round again, and Max would currently jump up to P2 in the standings. Oh, and the Cookie is round again. He's not having the best of starts. Bit of a DRS train now as it's activated. Oh, yes. Fighting with Slippery Cow and Baukastad. Baukastad moved up to P5, so Slippery Cow is dropping back here. And now Sinful going around the outside of his teammate. No, not his teammate. But Slippery Cow is dropping back, and this is not what Ferrari need in their fight, as Cookie's round again. But Mebbe on the hard, slowly gaining back. Yeah, on Baukastad moved up to P5. Bit of a train, Sinful now up to P7. But it hasn't been the best of starts for Ferrari. With these standings, as Cookie retired in the pit lane, unfortunately. Oh, Sinful's round. And watch out for rejoining the track. Sinful dropped to P12. And now Mebbe going, overtaking Slippery Cow. And Mebbe up to P7 after that contact 5 laps before. But there is the rain. Now it's interesting why Mabba chose the hard tires. Because it's starting to come down now. We switch to the front. Oh, when someone is round. Oh no, it's the car of Cookie. And yeah, overtaking Bakashoche. Bakashoche holding on around the outside. Sinful choosing the intermediate tires. That's interesting. Bakashoche back up to P5. Switch to the front then. And when do they switch to the intermediate tires? That's the question. But Wayne still putting pressure on Rails. Rails still in P1. Oh, Fragile Tunnel spun round. I think Aras had a bit of a mistake. Oh, Rails is round. He's lost the traction. Our leader has spun it. And I didn't see that. DRS disabled. Will cars come in now? They continue. Max is going in. Bakos is going in. Yeah, continues. Mabba is in. Oh, and Rails crashed with Joe Lancer there. And we have a safety car. Now this is interesting. Because I think this would mean that they stopped at the perfect time. Wayne and Haggis, they decided to go on. Everyone else will switch to the intermediates. Lancers. But that is a disaster for Alpine, as I think they don't have a chance anymore of overtaking Aston Martin tonight. They will need Aston Martin to DNF both cars, which is not going to happen, or at least a very high chance of not going to happen. But the disaster for Rails in one lap from leading to DNFing. And we do have a safety car. Sinful went into the pit lane one lap earlier. He is now up to P10 behind RS. Womax in the lead. Ahead of Mabbe. Bakashoche dropped down to P7. We got Slippery Cow, RS. Now we're gonna see. Oh yeah, it's lost it under the safety car. Yeah, they're struggling with the tires. They are now. Oh, don't know if Skid can do that. Yeah, he will need to slow down. This is all not helping. Let's see where Wayne and Hercus end up. But Wayne is in the lead now, of course, after that collision. Yeah, dropping back. Skid dropping back. And where is Max ending up? It is behind Hercus and Wayne. Max now up to P3. Mara back into P4. Bakashoche is P5 and the rating has come down pretty quickly. I don't know what it will be further into the race, but it might be that we even get to full wet conditions, as it seems like now. Slippery Cow in P6. It is Ja in P7. Skid is up to P8. RS is in P12. Sinful is chosen for the wet, so there we go. Full wet conditions. Fragile Tunnel up to P10. And Sinful is chosen wets, but Joe Lance has taken the intermediates again. But that is the safety car. And right now, Aston Martin would be crowned champion. And there we go. Waiting for the safety car to pass. And everyone else catching up behind the safety car then, and if they catch up quick enough, we might go racing as the incident is cleared, of course. But more and more rain coming down in Brazil. And the question is, do we go back to dries, or does it stay raining for the remaining part of the race? Safety car in this lap. It is quite late, but it is going in. So we get a restart, 12 cars remaining, and let's see what Sinful can do on those wet tires. And when will Wayne go? Taking it very long. Don't want to give the guys behind DRS. No overtaking under the safety car. You can't do that. And Wayne is gone. Let's see everyone behind if they got a good start. Baco Socha under pressure from Slippery Cow behind. Let's see. Oh yeah, sliding. Almost taking the position. Still sliding, struggling. See Joe Lancer and Sinful fighting behind. Seems like most guys don't have temperature into these tires. Errors. Behind Skid. Skid up to P8. Joe Lancer now up the inside. Oh, Baco Socha is around. Where is he? He spun. But Joe Lancer overtaking Skid. No, Skid holding on. Now around the outside. Joe Lancer up to P7. Good recovery from him. And Skid is losing a lot of position. Sinful now around the outside. Fragile Tunnel is looking up the inside. Sinful's back up the inside. And Skid is slowly losing a lot of positions. Down to P10 for Aston Martin. But the other one is still leading, and that is what needed for them to get the Constructors' title, I think, tonight. Yellow flag, it's a Fragile Tunnel. Remember behind Max, and Max behind Hercus. Remember now, better traction out of that corner. And up to P3. Max down in P4 now. Slippery Cow is slowly closing in. Can maybe attack, he's almost back at the front in 10 laps. After contact on lap 1. Joe Lancer now trying to overtake Ya. Up the inside. Ooh, Ya going a bit wide. Oh, and Slippery Cow overtaking Max. Slippery Cow having more traction, so Ferraris are starting to get their pace together in the rain. They will need to outscore Aston Martin by 12 points to take it to the final race. As Mebbe now overtaking Hercus. Slippery Cow can now try to attack the Alpine for a podium position. And Max can't keep up behind. Yeah, still following Slippery Cow, but Wayne has some great pace in these conditions. Let's see Slippery Cow now on the back of Hackers. Hackers can't keep up with Mabbe in front. And here comes Slippery Cow. Fragile Tunnel, 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Oh, and Sinvol's in. As Fragile Tunnel is lost it, I think Sinvol's in to switch to the intermediates. And not a safety car, but he is not even out. He continued on. I mean, he's lost his wing, but why is there not a safety car? So Wayne's gap of 3 seconds is now gone again. But we get another safety car. And that's the second one of the night. Unfortunately. So we have to wait again, and I think this will be a short one though, as there's not really any incidents. I don't think anyone will go in. Sorry, I was just checking a few things in the championship. Still, the safety car continuing as we will enter lap 14 of the race. Fragile Tunnel and Sinful haven't caught up to the back of it. The skid now, Bakuswitch overtaking the skid, so I don't know how that happened. Not even at the halfway point. And already 2 safety cars. And the weather not clearing up anytime soon. It's still raining. Not raining hard enough for the wets, as we saw Sinful try. But it is still raining. Can Fragile Tunnel catch up before the safety car comes in? And will the safety car be in this lap? Fragile Tunnel going in again. Don't know why he does that. I mean, don't know what's the point in that. Switching to new intermediates. So the safety car will stay out another lap then. So we're having to wait for the racing to be resumed. And some people decide to go in. Max and RS have decided to come in for fresh intermediates, I think. Or is it starting to dry up and have they gone to dry tires? Nope, clearly not. So Max now down to P10. Promoting the Ferraris up to P4 and P5. And let's see how many points that would give them. That would give them 27 points. And currently Aston Martin would get 31, depending on who has the fastest lap. Let's see. Never, so I think that will stay, of course, then. Oh, there you go. And yeah, Aston Martin outscoring Ferrari currently, so doesn't look like Ferrari will get the challenge or will challenge Aston Martin, and Aston Martin with these standings would take the Constructors' Championship. Is the safety car going in? It is going in. Verstappen is still into the pit lane. I'm not sure what he is doing, but he's miles behind, and he would have caught up to the back of the grid if of the pack if he didn't make those two stops. But whatever. Now let's see what can Wayne do in the safety car restart. He did one about 5 laps ago. He can do one again now, and he has a good one as he's gone. 1 second already to never. Let's see if everyone behind him was awake. Now Ferrari on Ferrari. Joe Lancer up the inside of Slippery Cow, and the Ferrari switched position. Oh yeah, with a moment, Baco Sochi getting past, and Sinful putting pressure on Skid, but now Max up the inside of Sinful, and Max up to P10, Sinful dropping down to P11. For the tunnel again, 3 seconds. Bit of a train forming behind Max. Skid. Oh, Skid defending hard. Now Eres around the outside trying to. This will leave Sinful, but let's switch to Joe and Hercus, as Joe is around the outside of Hercus. Let's see, he's passed again. We switch to his teammate, and Ferrari moves up a position. Those are the points they need to take it to the final round. Slippery Cow up the inside. Ooh, almost taking out the Alpine. Oh, and Skid losing a lot of positions now. Max is in again. Sinful passed for P9. Misses the corner a bit. Oh, someone is around, and it is Sinful. Sinful spun. And let's switch to Slippery Cow, as he's trying to get past Hercus. Ferrari also with their championship rivals Alpine. Alpine only 5 points behind Ferrari, but that will change after tonight's Livery Cow up the inside. Oh, a bit of wheel banging, holding on around the outside. Who has the better traction? Livery Cow holding on, and he is past Livery Cow now up to P4. But he lost a lot of time, and Joe Lancer, Joe is flying. But Mabbe is trying to catch Wayne here. So we enter the halfway point of the race. Can Joe keep up? He's now in the podium position. Hacker struggling in the wet conditions. And Ja putting pressure on Bakoshoche for P6 in this race. Switch to the front. Seems like Joe Lancer is gaining a lot in the middle sector, but then losing on the straights. The top three within a second now. It's even closer. Mabbe has a lot of ERS and he will use it. But so will Wayne. Look at how much they are gaining on the straights compared to Joe. And without DRS, Joe will be a sitting duck on the straights. Oh, there we got Fragile Tunnel coming out of the pits, but he will nicely move out of the way. Well done to him. Oh, and here we got still trying to get past. But Joe is gaining a lot in the corners here. As he's now right behind Mabbe actually. Oh, he might go for a move. He has better traction coming out of this corner. He stays behind. But here's where Mabbe... Oh, Joe, watch out. Almost lost it. And here's where Mabbe will gain a lot of time. They're using their ERS. And look at how much they're gaining. Oh, Mabbe collides with Wayne. Missed his braking point a bit there. I don't think he has any damage. But it is a small tap. And Mabbe now losing. Oh, backwards such a 3-second time penalty. Same for Ja. As they both missed the corner. And now I wonder if they had any incidents or so. That they decided to cut the corner, as RS has gained a lot of time on him. On them. With both 3-second time penalty. Let's see, this is still an interesting fight for the lead. Joe a bit further behind now. Mabbe a lot more ERS. Is that his strength? Because Joe is gaining here near the end of the sector 2. Oh, Mabbe really struggling. Look how close he is now, and look how... And then he's rockets. Oh, he goes into the pit lane and Max retired. After going into the pits, and it is a safety car again, just as Mabbe has gone in, and that is the ultimate decision from him. And he decided to go to the wet tires, and so does Slivery Cow, so it's starting to become even wetter than it is right now. And then Hackers chose the intermediate, so does Bakoshoche, so does Ja. So different strategies then. Skid continuing on, RS going to the intermediates. Is Sinful going to the intermediates? Then we could see two different strategies from the top, at the top. Crucially, Wayne and Joe Lancer jumped ahead of the safety car. I think just because of the moment the safety car had been called out, Wayne and Joe Lancer could still be ahead of Mabbe. We will have to wait. But Max DNFing means that he won't take that P2 tonight in the championship. But it is another safety car. And they are going in. Question is, will they go to the wets because they see P3 and P4 on the wets, or will they stay out on the intermediates? They could all take a gamble and go to the wets, and might not be the best strategy. It is wets for Joe, it is wets for Wayne, so the top 4 is on wet tires. And Mabbe has jumped ahead of Wayne. Wayne ahead of Mabbe now. It will be very close. And it is... Oh, Slivery Cow 3-second time penalty. I think for track limits even. But Mabbe jumped up ahead of Wayne. It's Joe still on P3, but then P4. But it looks like it's raining a lot, so I think these intermediates will struggle. Skid has also gone to the wet tires for Aston Martin. With these standings, now I know Slivery Cow has a penalty, but we will see what the standings would be right now. So it will be 25 points for Aston Martin. It would be 33 points for Ferrari, and that would mean they would jump up to 49, and it still isn't enough. I should say. So they will need to have skipped DNF and stay in these positions or move ahead of Wayne, which it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, but we never know. So Aston Martin in a very good position. Already going into the final round, they were very close to the title. But now Herkes is in, Ja is in, and RS is in, so they will most likely switch to the softs, to the wets. Yeah, they do switch to the wets. But Ja and RS, no, Ja has gone to the intermediates again. Now I might have misclicked it, because why would you go to the intermediates right now? As Ja and Baku are the only one on the intermediates. And will the safety car go in this lap? Or will it stay out for a bit longer? It will stay out for a bit longer. As we are entering lap 24, and now we see Baku, Sochi and Ja coming in for the wet tires. Skid now up to P5, and that is ultimately the best Aston Martin will need. They are in a very good situation for clinching the construct or the teams championship tonight. Just before the final round. I think the safety car will go in this time out. Safety car is in. And he gets the good restart. Let's see Joe behind. Oh, Slippery Cow close. Vergiotono disqualified, ignoring the drive-through. Oh yeah, retired in the pit lane. So only 9 drivers left all of a sudden. So the 1 in 3rd chance on paper to get the podium here. But this is what Joe needs, putting pressure on Aston Martin around the outside of Wayne. He's trying to go around the outside of Wayne, now up the inside of Wayne. Oh, collision between the Aston Martin and the Ferrari, but the Ferrari is passed. And it's Lenzer moving ahead of Wayne. And crucially, Ferrari ahead of Aston Martin. Slippery Cow having a look. Skid dropped down to P6 now. But if Skid finishes, he will be in P9. Only 11 laps to go. And Joe Lenzer is putting pressure on Mebbe. And Wayne is struggling in the wets. Can the other Ferrari move ahead? Slippery Cow still has that 3-second time penalty though. Bit deep into turn 1 for Slippery Cow. Oh, Skid lost a lot of positions here and he's under pressure from Sinful. And Baco, Shoche and RS fighting in front. But Skid is dropping down to P9 now. So let's see how the standings would be right now then, as we would have to take in count the 3-second time penalty of Slippery Cow. So then we would see P5 and that's 32 points. Aston Martin will get 23. So that's 9 points, 57. It will be 48, so still not enough. If Slippery Cow can get Herkes outside of his DRS, it might be a different story, because then we would see, let's see, Ferrari taking P4 and P2, that's 35 points. That's 12 points gained. They would get it within 45 points. And that is still potentially within the reach of taking the constructors. But it isn't over yet, as we still have about 9 laps to go. And Skid could still take positions. Mebbe in the lead. Ideally Slippery Cow would try to get past, and he's almost outside of the 3-second window of Herkes, and that would mean that Ferrari would take the championship to the final round. But if Wayne is racing and he finishes the race, they will, Aston Martin will need 1 point. So they could also try to go for the fastest lap and take away that point for Ferrari. And Ferrari will need a 1-2, and now with Mebbe racing that would be very hard to do. But next week could be a different story, of course. Taking a shorter line through here. And now putting pressure on Wayne. He is close behind. Ooh, a bit of sliding going on. Both using the RS. Oh, good run. Will he go up the inside? He will go up the inside. And Wayne now up the inside for the next corner. Collision between Ferrari and Aston Martin. But the Ferrari is past the Slippery Cow. Moves up to P3, and if he can get away of Wayne, this could change this championship even more. Because if we do say Wayne won't take that position, then Ferrari would get 38 points and Aston Martin would get 20. That would mean an 18-point swing, and that would mean 39 points between Aston Martin and Ferrari, and that is a smaller gap for Ferrari to close in. And now also Joe is pretty close behind Mebe, and if he does take Mebe, Ferrari would jump within 34 points, and then there is still a lot possible into the final round. Oh yes, Joe Lancer going up the inside. Oh, good defending from Mebe there, blocking the shorter line or the inside. But now his exit is compromised. Can Joe make a move? Joe is onto the grass. A good save that is. She stays ahead and Wayne can't keep up with Slippery Cow. So Ferrari really coming alive in these conditions. Let's see, a big fight going on here. So Aston Martin really struggling in those conditions, or at least Wayne. He is already the champion, of course. But still wants to claim the championship of the constructors as well, and that won't happen tonight. With these standings, although I do have to say that if Wayne finishes third and Slippery Cow finishes fourth, the championship is almost decided, because they will jump to 45-point gap. And then if Skid does take another position, it is over. So Skid basically needs to jump up to P8 and Wayne finishes in P3 ahead of Slippery Cow. Then we would see Aston Martin taking the championship. As said before, Joe is struggling in the straight line speed compared to Mebe, so that is a very important factor in why Mebe is still ahead of Joe, because I think Joe has more pace, it seems like almost. And Arias close behind Baco here, giving them some airtime. Skid can't keep up, he is dropping a lot of seconds now to Sinful. And Wayne is slowly closing in. He was at 1.8 at one moment, and he's now back to 9/10ths of a second. No DRS, because we have full wet conditions. But he is closing in. Only 5 laps remaining after this one. We're entering the final stages of the race. the inside of RS goes up Bakoshochi. Bakoshochi maybe going a bit wide. RS better exit around the outside. Bakoshochi holding on. Trying to hold on around the outside. Now better exit up. And he is passed up the inside again. Good racing from these two guys. Sinful would jump up to P6 because those guys ahead have penalties. And apart from the leading pair being close, this is the closest fight on track. About equal on ERS. Joe closing in the middle sector here again. Taking a different line now, better exit maybe. 2.5 tenths, more speed. Oh, he stays behind. And now, oh, Mappa still has 100% of ERS left. No, that's crazy. Look at how much he is gaining. It's almost, no, it's more than, it's almost a second on one straight. That's difficult to close in. Switch to RS then. In the fight with Bakoshochi and Sinful. Also do have to say, looks like Wayne is almost dropping outside of that 3-second window, Slippery Cow. As we are on lap 33 of 36. Oh, and Joe again close that gap in. This time a bit further behind. Oh, contact between RS and Bakoshochi, and RS is out. And do we have a safety car? We do have a safety car, and that's a disaster for Slippery Cow. And Skid, we have a safety car with like 3 laps left, and I think that's the end, because the safety car will only go to about lap 35. They won't finish under the safety car, we know that. Is someone going in? Of course the leading pair stay out. But let's see. That means that well, Slippery Cow won't get that 3-second gap anymore, so we can count Wayne as P3 and Skid as P8. So Skid will get 6 points, Wayne will get 18, that's 24, and Ferrari would get 35. No, am I saying that correctly? 35 for Ferrari, as Hercus is in for intermediates, and 20, no, and yeah, 24, so it's still 11 points. No, am I counting correctly here? Yeah, 11 points, so that would mean that the gap would be 46 points, and 46 points is not enough, because potentially Ferrari could get equal on points with Aston Martin here, but it looks like, I mean, Bakoshochi has a penalty of course, and Slippery Cow has a penalty, and the safety car is in this lap immediately. We switch to the front then, and that will change a lot of things. Why did Hercus go in? Yeah, of course the safety car would be short, we know that one. But Mappa wants to get on as quickly as possible before the rest of the field catches up. Can Joe attack for the lead? Can Wayne attack for P4? We have 2 laps remaining after this one. And Sinful is slowly closing in. He's going full throttle. And he will make it in time, as there is the rest of the field. And Sinful is on for P5. And they restarted, and Joe is right behind at the back of Mebe into turn 1. Oh, Joe struggling. They changed a lot then. But can Slivery Cow, he needs to finish ahead of Sinful, or Joe needs to get up into the lead, but I don't think he will, as he's struggling now with the traction, and it's only 1 lap remaining, but Slivery Cow needs to put Sinful out of that 3-second window. Will Joe go for a move? No, he stays behind. Two and a half times, but this is where Mebe gains a lot, and crucially Slivery Cow put Sinful out of that 3-second time window and almost put Wayne outside of the 3-second window. Can he do it on the final lap? And that would definitely mean that Ferrari would take it to the final lap. So no Aston Martin champions then, maybe tonight. Unless something crazy does happen with either Slivery Cow or Joe Lancer. We are on the final lap. Joe Lancer gaining a lot in this sector. Will he go for the overtake? It is close behind. Oh, Sinful picking up a penalty now, and that is crucial, because that will mean Slivery Cow will finish before in these conditions. Oh, Joe Lancer taking a very short line. And that is not enough. And let's see to the line. I need to see who has the fastest lap. It is Mebe with the fastest lap. And to the line. Oh, Slivery Cow putting Wayne outside of the 3-second. But it will be Mebe after holding on to the win to come around. Oh, Wayne has lost it. Mebe, Joe, and it is Slivery Cow in P3. It will be Sinful in P4. Bako Sochi will finish 5th, I think. Hercus in P6, but Wayne dropping it to P7 at the end there, trying to push as hard as he can. And there is Skid in P8, and that would mean 14 points for Aston Martin, 38 points for Ferrari, and with that in mind, let's have a look. 14 to 38, that is a 24 gap. That would mean that the gap would be 24 down from a 33-point gap. So no championship decided tonight, and Ferrari will take it to the final round. I won't be there, unfortunately. But they will be taken to the final round, the championship in the constructors. So let's see what the final result will be then. I hope you will all check it out with the guys racing. But these are the final results, and Sinful, great recovery to P4, do have to say. Bako Sochi finishes P5. It's Hercus in P6 after the pit stop, and he could have easily gotten into the top, maybe top 3 if he didn't make that stop. Skid finishes in P8 just behind his teammate Wayne in P7, the reigning champion, struggling in the rain tonight. And we got a DNF from RS, from Ya, from Fragile Tunnel, from Max, from Rills, and from Cookie. But a great win by Mebe again. And we have the final results. And thank you all for joining me tonight. I enjoyed it very much. I hope you do enjoy watching the stream back when you see this. And yeah, good job by the guys tonight. Very interesting end at the race at the end there. But it was me, and thank you all for watching and for this opportunity again for a stream. Unfortunately, I won't be there for the final race, as I do have a birthday party from someone, and I can't miss that, obviously. So yeah, but for now I want to wish you all a very good night, and we will be back with season 3 once I will be on the comms. So yeah, thank you all for this season, and I will see you all next season or next time. Goodbye, and enjoy your evening.